As many of you start making your spring break plans, there are some concerns you need to keep in mind. Several popular destinations overseas are under travel advisories because of recent crime in their countries. That includes the Bahamas. We're taking a live look right now from Nassau. The U.S. Department of State has listed the Bahamas at a level 2, which encourages travelers to use increased caution. Jamaica is listed at a level 3. The State Department is asking travelers to reconsider traveling there at all. So we want to kind of get an idea of what do you do if you've made plans or you're thinking about making plans. Jenny Moore with Cruise Planners is here with us. She is our travel expert for the day. If you do have questions, we want to make sure that you text them right now to the number on your screen, 336-379-5775. You'll get your answers in real time. All right, so let's kind of talk about the security status there in the Bahamas and Jamaica right now. What should we do knowing this information?
Okay, so a couple things. One is a level 2, as you said, is simply to advise caution. And I think that that is something that people need to realize that is honestly in even most of our big cities here in the United States. These cautions and these levels have actually been in place since 2022. But what we want to do is anytime you're traveling, just be aware of your surroundings, where you're going. If you were coming in on a cruise ship, don't just wander off on your own. Make sure that you're using either a approved through your cruise line approved tour or with your travel advisor, making sure that someone knows where you are. And if you're at a resort, stay on the resort. Again, don't just wander off. I'm going to be out alone by myself. The resorts and these tours that are vetted are, good to go. They've been checked. Just use your caution.
Okay, so not necessarily stay on the ship, but only go on things that we know are planned and with the cruise line.
Absolutely. The cruise line or again,
the resort.
Your travel advisors have other options. But again, they've been vetted, they're licensed, they're insured.
All right, so what happens though if we've already paid for the excursion or the cruise and we're scared and we'd kind of like to get our money back? Can we do that because of that?
Well, actually, no. Just because you're scared, you cannot cancel generally. However, there are some situations, and depending on how you've booked it, that you can cancel up until 48 hours. But again, each one is a little bit different. So I would, again, check with the cruise line, the tour operator, or whatever their policies are. But it's not going to be, oh, I just don't want to go.
Okay. Are there good options for last minute spring break? Everybody wants to know. I mean, aside from Bahamas and Jamaica, are there like some other things that they can do?
There are. Actually, there's a lot of stuff, some local stuff that I would recommend. Even, going to the mountains, going something like that, or some great resorts, but also cruise lines still have some great options. You just need to be a little bit flexible. And Orlando and New York City both have some phenomenal ports that are within driving distance. I think if you're looking to fly, rates are going to be extremely high for you right now for spring break.
Gotcha. I had no idea thinking that there would be a cruise that would go out of New York.
Some beautiful cruises out of New York.
To where?
To Bermuda, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, to Bermuda, actually. All right, so what does summer trip planning look like? We know that, it sounds like it's far away, but it's not really.
It is right around the corner. So again, we're already with the demand. Things are filling up very, very quickly. So be flexible. When you are looking, keep in mind, well, I was looking at this date, but maybe I can switch to this date. I needed 2 in a room. Maybe I can put 3 in a room or vice versa. And also I would really consider, if you do not already have Europe travel planned, maybe reconsider for either late fall or for next year, just because the Olympics. So your air to Europe right now is extremely expensive. On average, we're looking about $1,800 a person for economy.
All right, so let's take a look at some travel hacks, because anyone who travels as much as you do must have some travel hacks that the rest of us need to know about.
Well, some of the ones that are actually, pretty relevant, especially for now, is always make sure you register with the Safe Traveler Enrollment Program. This is actually, it's step.state.com. And this is a website that if you're going out of the country, They will track you, alert you of anything that's going on, and can do that. Always make sure you carry a copy of your passport with you. Don't carry the original, carry a copy, and make sure someone at home has it. The one that I see people not do right now. As Americans, we love our stuff and we want to take it with us. But when you're packing, try to stay with one suitcase and one backpack size carry-on. And the biggest, and it caught me a few weeks ago, is make sure you have a a set of luggage, I'm sorry, a set of clothing with you in your carry-on, and all of your expensive items, medications, things like that. They should always be with you.
So did you say that you got stuck?
I did. I trusted my airline and I got stuck with no luggage for 8 days.
And had you had at least one change of clothes, you could have at least mixed and matched for like 2 days and like washed things out if you needed to, right?
Exactly. It's like I tell my kids, do as I say, not as I do.
All right, so let's kind of talk about that, because that happens to a lot of folks, right? They get stuck without their luggage. What are you supposed to do when that happens? I'm guessing you immediately call the airline, but what do you do for like clothes and stuff? Do you go and get stuff? Do you wait for them to tell you to do that?
No, well, first thing, don't leave the airport without notifying somebody there. So it's not like leave and then call them. You want to make sure you tell them right away. But yes, go ahead, and you're going to need some stuff. If you have travel insurance, the airline is actually not responsible, depending on the length of time, to provide you anything. Most travel insurance will cover that. So go ahead, get what you need, but remember there is limits on it. A general rule of thumb is $100 per person per day, but you have to have lost your luggage for at least 24 hours.
Okay, gotcha, before you can even buy any of that stuff. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're coming back with your questions in just a minute.